Alrighty, so now our next section is going to be talking about simulations and probability. So when we simulate something, that means that we're not actually going to do it. We're not actually going to do it. We're going to do something else to represent it. So for example, when I was a kid growing up, my dad, he's a teacher, and in his classroom, he had a flight simulator. So what I could do, it was like a video game that would teach you how to fly airplanes. Because I was 5 years old. You don't want a 5-year-old flying an airplane. So we simulated to see what I would be like if I could fly planes when I was 5. Spoiler alert, I crashed every single time. So we can use a coin to help simulate when the probability is, what is the probability for me getting something on a coin? My probability on a coin is 1/2. So when we want one outcome out of 2, that's when we want to use a coin. Our outcomes on a coin, remember, are heads and tails. So like on this coin here, we see this side is the heads, and this side, these have little bats on them. That's the tails. So for an example, we could say if we flip heads, we're going to go to Chick-fil-A. And if we get tails, we're going to go to Taco Bell to eat. And then I flip my coin and I see, oh, okay, we're going to go to Chick-fil-A. I got heads. That's how we would simulate with a coin. Then we could also simulate using dice. If I was going to simulate using dice, I would want my probability to be 1/6. Because my outcomes, I could roll a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, or a 6. So for example, we could try to figure out where we're going to go shopping. If we roll a 1, we're going to go shopping at Target. If we roll a 2, we're going to go shopping at Walmart. If I roll a 3, I'm going to go shopping at Zumiez. If I roll a 4, I'm going to go shopping at, where's another place y'all like to go shopping? Let's say Macy's. If I roll a 5, I'm going to go shopping at Nike. And if I roll a 6, I'm going to shop at the Supreme store. So depending on what I roll on my dice, I'm going to go shopping at that store. Another way you can simulate probability is with a deck of cards. A deck of cards is best used when the probability is 1 out of 52. That's one way you could do probability. So each card has its own thing. You could also use it for when your probability is 1/4. You could have all your hearts be something, all your diamonds be something, all your spades be that's a spade, be something, and all your clubs be something, where each one of those is a different color. You could also have it, if your probability is 1/13, where each suit is something. So your ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, and king. They're all something different. And depending on which one of those you grab, that's what you would get. But typically, we're going to have 1 out of 52. The outcomes is each different card. So I have the 8 of spades. I have the 4 of hearts. I have the king of clubs. I have the jack of diamonds. Each one of those things would be something different. So for example, we could vacation at one of the 50 states. Let's say Honduras. or what else should we say? Or Puerto Rico. Each one of those cards would be a different state. One of them would be Honduras, one of them would be Puerto Rico, and I pick which card I'm gonna travel to. Let's say we got the Three of Hearts. Maybe that was Oregon, so now we're gonna go vacation in Oregon. And then the last probability is for a spinner. A spinner can be used with any probability. Any probability. 1 to 552,000. Or you can use any probability for a spinner, but it is not always the best option. For example, if I have 2 options, if I'm trying to decide if I want to wear my hair in a ponytail or if I want to wear my hair down, there's only 2 probabilities. The spinner is not your best choice. It would work if I wanted to make a spinner that looked like this, ponytail or hair down. I could make a spinner like that, but since the probability is 1/2 or 1 out of 2, that's not my best option. If I have 2 options, a coin is the best option. So when you're seeing problems like this, you need to make sure that you're picking the best option, not just the easiest option. So outcomes that we could use, here, like if you have an outcome that's 1 out of 9, that's kind of weird. We don't have anything to represent 9 from these other things. If your probability is 1/5, again, 5 doesn't work with any of these other ones. 1/7, that doesn't work with any of those either. There's lots of outcomes that you could do. So for an example, let's use 1/5 for our example. So I could make a spinner and I could break it up into 5 parts. And we could be where to get gas. We could get gas at Sam's Club. We could get gas at the Shell gas station by school. We could get gas at the Cisco. I don't think that's the name of it. I don't remember what it's called, but it's down by 28. We could get gas at Costco. Or we could get gas at Exxon. And then I could spin my spinner to see which one of those places I want to get gas. So again, those are the 4 different types of simulations. Again, when you are looking at questions, they're going to want you to pick the best option. Yes, spinner works with everything, but not everything. Oh, something I wanted to add, I forgot up here with dice. We can also have dice, the probability be 1/2, where the odd numbers are one thing and the even numbers are another thing. You can even have a probability of 1/3, where 1 and 2 is one option, 3 and 4 is one option, and then 5 and 6 is another option. These are rare. Just like these questions, like with those probabilities, they're kind of rare. They'll typically stick to the 1/2, 1 out of 52, 1/6, and then most of the time you'll see probability. Again, rarely will you see them break them up this way. If you have questions on any of this, please let us know. Otherwise, go ahead and go on to the unit.